This is an unfortunate move by the Trump administration, levying a 20% duty on Indian export. Proclamation notice says that whenever the trade deal will happen, this 25% duty will go away. India is a sovereign country and we should not be impacted by any pressure tactic of any country.
This is the immediate impact of 25% imposed by the Trump administration on Indian exports. Which sectors are likely to be hit the hardest?
So this is an unfortunate move by the Trump administration, levying a 20% duty on Indian export. It will impact in short term on some of the export sectors like textile, gems and jewelry, engineering goods, FMCG product. It is surely going to impact in short term, but as we all know that Indian government is already in discussion with US administration for a trade deal, so we can hope that in the coming month or so the trade deal will be concluded and this impact will go away, because this proclamation notice says that whenever the trade deal will happen, this 25% duty will go away.
Sir, do you see this move as part of a larger protectionist trend, or is India being specifically targeted? What could be the geopolitical or economic triggers behind this?
So as you know, President Trump's policy is America first. So this is a move towards that. They want to protect their interest. It's their right. They are doing this with all the countries. There is nothing specific with the India. Even yesterday he mentioned India is a good friend, but they want to pressurize. And we all know Trump. He starts the pressure, then he wants to bring other countries on a trade deal. So it's not specific to India. It's a general pressure, but India is a sovereign country and we should not be impacted by any pressure tactic of any country, which India is showing. We are going to enter into a deal. We are going at the right phase. The powers of President Trump to levy these reciprocal tariff itself is under question in courts of appeal. Even on July 31st, there was an appeal. So we are going in a right path, right way. Indian government is doing good. We can't come under pressure of any country.
What should be option for India? Can India retaliate with the countermeasure, or would risk escalating the trade tension further? What the ideal response strategy from the government should be?
As you know, any kind of conflict can be reached or to a conclusion only once you sit on the table. India is already doing the negotiation. India has shown its power in the past under the Trump administration first regime. Then also India has shown the power. Now also, if need be, we can levy duties. But as we are presently in negotiation, their officials are coming to India. We are meeting them. We can expect for a good deal. Only momentous pleasure taking by giving some statement in response to statements of President Trump can derail the things. Our foreign affairs, our diplomacy does not allow this. We need to keep patience. We need to keep the discussion going on and try to conclude our trade deal at the earliest possible.
With the US imposing tariff and reassessing trade partnerships, where does India stand in comparison to other Asian economies like Vietnam, China, Bangladesh, in terms of export competitiveness?
So China, presently also with China, the earlier deal of US, which is 30%, that will carry on other countries. Like if we see Bangladesh, that is 20%, Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, all are in the range of 19-20%. So there is a delta of 5%. India will be paying 25%, but this can be managed. India is a large economy. India has a lot of manufacturing capabilities. So this delta can be managed, and especially India will soon enter into a trade deal. That is what we can think of.
एक सर क्वेश्चन ऐड कर सकता हूँ क्या, ये जो Sir, what is your take on the dead economy remark by US President Mr. Trump? And government has denied this type of remark. Opposition is urging that India is already dead economy. How do you see this remark?
So we know President Trump, he many a times make these kind of aggressive statements. So in my opinion, this is a quite misplaced statement. So India is the fourth largest economy and all developed countries are looking towards India. So therefore, I don't think this is a good statement to be made by him.
Sir, how do you assess the immediate impact of 25% tariff imposed by the Trump administration on Indian export? Which sector are likely to be hit the hardest?
This is the unfortunate thing that US administration has levied 25% duty on Indian exporters. In short term, it is going to impact Indian exporters. It will impact India's gems and jewelry sector. It will impact India's textile sector. It will impact FMCG sector, engineering goods sector. Almost all sectors will be impacted by this. But this is going to be a short-term impact because Indian government already from April onwards they are in discussions with the US administration. To some extent the agreement has been reached, so we can expect shortly the agreement will be entered and then this 25% tariff will be removed and Indian exporters can get a relief.
So do you see this move as part of a larger protectionist trend, or is India being specifically targeted? What could be the geopolitical or economic triggers behind it?
So US administration policy, especially President Trump policy, is America first. So they are doing this pressure, they are putting this pressure on all the countries, and it's not specific to India. So some of the countries have entered into trade deal. India is in discussion. President Trump wants that this deal should be concluded at the earliest. But Indian government is going at a right phase. India is a sovereign country. We need to see India's interest first. We can't see what timeline President Trump or US administration want us to conclude the agreement. Also, the powers of President Trump to levy these kind of reciprocal tariff already are in the appeal in US courts. So therefore Indian government is going at a right phase. This aggression is not only for India, for all, and we should be able to tackle this.
Now, what is the option for the Indian government? Can India retaliate with the countermeasure, or would that risk escalating the trade tension further?
In the past, under first regime of Trump also, we have shown that we can levy tariff, India can levy tariff. But at this moment, when we are already in discussions on a trade deal, any aggressive step can derail that discussions. So therefore, India should keep its cool. The maturity should be shown. The momentous pleasure by responding to any remarks should not be taken. We should focus on the business.
With US imposing tariff and reassessing trade partnership, where does India stand in comparison to other Asian economies like Vietnam, Bangladesh and China in terms of export competitiveness?
So, main competition for India is China. China is already at 30%, so we have 5% benefit. But other Asian countries like Vietnam, Thailand, Bangladesh, they are in the range of 90-20%. So there is a delta of 5%, but India, such a big economy, should be able to deal this 5% delta. India is paying 5% higher if this comes into whenever this comes into picture, but we should be able to cope with this.